Hello! Welcome to day number 3 on Amber Canyon for the Skill Specialty Week. So, yeah. We'll get into the sleep research in a moment. I decided not to use my Noibat instance yesterday. In fact, I decided not to use it at all this week. I'm not gonna use any Pokemon instances this week because if this is going to be anything like the Ribombee and Cutiefly event in terms of spawns, I think it's going to be a bit of a waste. Especially because I'm not gonna splurge too much anyway. So I'd better save those instances for non-event weeks when I don't have any control and there is a good chance I will be seeing what I want regardless. And I do have enough recovery instances, so it's not an issue. Okay, 7 spawns. And dosing is honestly the best for Noibat, and I already have one. Starting off though with an atop belly Charmeleon. And we have a photobomb. I will miss the photobombs once the month ends. A new sleep style, the 1-star roosting sleep. Let's see if it's any interesting. Noibat is so cute, and Noivern is really cool. I honestly think this is, in my opinion, to my taste, I love this evolution line because it's one of those evolutions like Bulbasaur. Oh, speaking of the devil, where you can clearly see how the features evolve. It's not like... Okay, hold on. Ear wiggling sleep. I want to see that. I saw a little bit of vibration, but is that it? Here it is again. It's very subtle. Okay. Cool. Anyway. If you look at Bulbasaur, for example, the way it evolves. Ooh, Ekans, hello. You can clearly see how each step is related. Wow. Another Noivern. And I do see a Paldean Wooper. And I do see another Noibat. Yeah, terrific. You can clearly see the evolution steps. Everything is connected. The only difference is with Venusaur, it loses the spots and it gets some warts. And that's because it's based on a toad. But it's really minor. Okay. Wow. Give me one of the Wow. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's hold on. Let's keep that evolution thingy thought for a moment. What am I doing here? Let's open the daily gift first. Yes, score. Okay, a biscuit, and I have the biscuits from the mission. Well, I'm definitely catching one Noibat, and I honestly could gamble here because I have 2 of them, and also guarantee a Noivern catch. Now, with a skill specialist, it's not the best because you lose one. You will need an extra main skill seed. But I mean, it's too hard to pass on. I have 2 hungry ones. I won't be able to catch both, but at least one guaranteed. If that mega crit, that would have been lovely. Let's see if I can... No. Okay. Yeah, I think because they're hungry, I think I will use the premium on one of them. And this is already being a very spendy morning. And if I were to go for the other Noibat, I would also have to use my premium and another biscuit, unless it crits. And this is a guaranteed catch. Awesome. Noivern also sounds nice. It doesn't have a creepy voice or anything. I'm giving one biscuit to the other hungry. If it mega hit, that would have been lovely. But still, it's nice. And I think that's more than enough. Honestly, I spent 4 biscuits. That is a lot. Okay. 2 catches. I will definitely send more Noibat candy. It's going to be Noibat, Noivern every day unless I don't see one, which I hope won't be the case. The variation is not very varied. I don't know. The pictures are very similar. Okay. Let's see. Noibat number 2, another female, impish. I don't remember what that is. It doesn't have very finding S at level 10. Mono is interesting. Whoa. Oh, impish is good for this one. Honestly, if it had a better nature, this could have been like a solid plus investment. Especially if I was if I was a new player, this is a phenomenal catch. Mild is ingredients up, speed down, I think. Speed or... Oh wow, this is also not bad. Energy. Oh, so it's the opposite. Okay. Interestingly enough, this is very similar. Although it gets the speed too late and the ingredients could interfere somewhat. I'm going to save both and I will definitely run a comparison. But both are solid. If for a new player, I will say the Noibat is probably the better option because it's also cheaper if you're a free-to-play because it has a skill level up. Solid catches, not necessarily something that I would like to invest in, but let's say I didn't have, again, if I was new and I needed to fill my generalist spot, I think this is more than solid. I'm actually curious to compare this to my Golduck. I think my Golduck is still way better, but because of the nature. If it had the nature, then man, that would have been amazing. And the fact that it's a mono apple, again, not that I need it that much, but it's good. It's good. A mono list on a non-ingredient specialist is just a straight up plus. Especially if it can do the job well. And we're getting just tons and tons of Noibat candy. Thank you, I appreciate it. I think there is a very good chance that we'll be seeing at the end of this week. If you want to invest in one, there is a good chance you will have a substantial amount of candies to do so. It's a bit of a shame that the candy boost is running this week in tandem with the Noivern Noibat event, because that means that unless you caught one on the first day and had nothing else to spend your candy boost on, you won't be able to utilize it, and we don't have another candy boost before the Latias event. So at least in terms of levels, it's going to be a challenge to get it to a decent level. Salamence, level 54. The investment is getting more and more expensive. That is to be expected. Now, I do believe I have 4 more days to 400 candies without the candy boost, 200 with. Level 57. That's not bad. 104. That's amazing. And the fact that both are mono, that's also crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think with the nature, energy up, ingredients down. And level 36, I don't think that's out of reach. Again, especially at the end of the week. This one, with the energy down and ingredient... Also, this one doesn't have inventory, but with Noivern specifically, maybe that's not a huge issue, especially if you end up sleeping with it. But again, this is just off the cup. I will need to compare both and see. But my gut feeling tells me that the Noibat is probably the better one to keep. Also, my Venusaur yesterday procced 5 times. I guess it really took to heart the fact that I said that I needed ingredients to refill my ingredient stack. So we decided to proc 5 times. Mind you, my Venusaur has a rash nature, meaning that it has ingredients up, skills down. It is expected to proc 1.76 times per day. It procced freaking 5 times. I love it to death. It's just the GOAT. It's just, what can you say? He's the real MVP. My first ever caught Bulbasaur. My first ever Pokemon to reach level 60 and level 65. Honestly, this is he is such a staple Pokemon. Even after... what is it? It's past 2 years now since the game debuted. Still going strong in terms of meta relevance, at least in my eyes. And it's an ABC, and I wouldn't want it any other way. The only thing that would have been nice is if it could have helping bonus, but you know what? I will not complain. Especially since level 75 it gets helping bonus. No, I wish, sorry. Helping speed S that is hittable. And funny enough, at level 100 it will get skill trigger M, I think. So it will actually negate plus the effects of the nature. Why don't I use some of the handy candies here and make some room in my bag just in case? Give some more to my Salamence. Yeah, make it a nice round 30. This should be enough. Oh, cool. And 2 biscuits left. So at least for tomorrow, unless something crazy happens, I think I should be good. And then back to the shop, I guess. Still no complaints. I also got the daily gift, so that extra biscuit was helpful. Yeah. Okay. I believe that will be all for today. No procs for Priscilla is going to be tough, but I'm using a recovery incense, so whatever. Until next time, have a good one.